Hello, my little munchkins, my little crones, and my sunflowers. How are you on this fine Monday evening? Well, I hope you had a great day. I really do. I hope that you had a great weekend. And what do we call this? Back to Life Monday. So we're back to Life Monday. With no further ado, baby phone gonna open us up about Sisterwives. Well, let me give you my recap or my rebuttal to what's going on. My main thing, I waited for, seemed like I waited for 50 years for this conversation to happen with Robin and
Meri.
And I have to say, they hyped it up. I was a little disappointed in it, I must say. Baby Con, go ahead.
Yes. That is very true, because this is the episode that they were hyping us up for what felt like 2 episodes, so really 2 weeks.
Yeah.
They're just like, Meri's going to have this big realization
and
that she wants to leave Cody in the family.
They hyped it, and it wasn't. No.
Yeah. Honestly, now that I think about it, I'm not really sure if Meri has came to the realization that she wants to leave. Because it seems like she's creeping away. But at the same time, she's still sitting here like, I want to work things out with Cody.
Well, let's start from the beginning. Let's see what's going on. Do you have your rebuttal about the show when we get to it? That's mine. So what is yours? What is something you want to go against?
Just that the show was awkwardly edited this episode.
Okay, so yours was, you did complain about the editing. So what was it about the editing that you did? She did complain about the editing.
Because there was 2 main conversations, which I'm cool with that. Mm-hmm. Robin and Meri, and then there was Christine and Janelle. Mm-hmm. That's cool. That's great. But I get it. It's Sisterwives. You got to include the husband somehow. So there was this awkward tidbit. That's where we're going to start off with. Okay. It was just this awkward tidbit of Cody showing off his kids playing with the motorbikes he had bought them for Christmas.
Did I? No, that wasn't one. I thought I saw pictures, and now I'm confused because I thought I saw Janelle's daughter laying a picture with her laying on his shoulder. But I don't know if it was that. I'm getting mixed up, but go ahead. So anyway, so start us off. Go ahead.
Yes. I honestly think the motorbikes, first off, he said that he really mentioned that the motorbikes are really for his oldest kids, so that way they can learn to drive, so it will be an easier transition. As he probably dogged out the rest of his children by saying it was a terrifying or scary experience teaching his children how to drive. Sounded like a little bit favoritism there, if you ask me. And then I also liked how the younger kids were just saying that their mother, Robin, wouldn't let them ride the motorbikes. So that was nice to know. Yes, they are way too young. But that just shows you the 2 different family dynamics of Cody not really caring and Robin being like, no, we got to do this. That random weird piece of thing they had to throw in there. Let's go back to the real main people that were important this episode. Sorry, Cody. So first off, we're going to start off with, I guess, Janelle and Christine. One thing I'd also like to note is that whenever it seems like they have their serious conversations, they come to this one particular restaurant to eat.
It's starting to notice it, but I guess it's comfortable. It's what they know. I like that.
And maybe they just really like their food there.
It could be, but it could just be that's the medium.
Okay.
From wherever they are, it's like that's the medium, and it seems like that's the place. And that's kind of like that. It's like a chill place. They don't have to get dressed up.
That is true.
It fits who they are. So I like that. So when they at that restaurant and that restaurant shows up, I'm always feeling like it's a familiar place. It's going to be a really good conversation. But thinking about the restaurant, another thing that I thought was funny and curious is that those women are smart. When the hostess would come out, they would be quiet.
It's true, yeah.
And then when the hostess come in, they'd be like, come on, that was so funny. Hostess leave, they like, hostess leave. So what? And then,
yes, it's amazing.
That was funny. And that lets me know they're very aware
Yes.
And so they must have made some kind of agreement with this restaurant, don't tell or whatever. But but they give them the privacy and everything. So I kind of like it. I do.
Yeah, you know, for that
It's
sense,
familiar.
yes. I
And
do
whenever
like that.
and it's another thing. I finally figured out in Meri's house where they sit. So they be at Meri's house.
Yeah.
Mary's
That I
house
was shocked.
with that background. And I said, this was Mary's house that she would, the farm, the rental house, what was it? Was
Yeah.
it her house or was it the house that she rent?
I believe it was a rental.
Is that what her mother owned?
No, that's I forget where that is, but that's not.
That's in Arizona.
Yes, that's in Arizona.
The one her mom had.
Yes, the
but the one
Airbnb.
that big old house she have now, she's renting that.
Yes.
And so I seen that background, and I said, so they be sitting at Mary's house doing those confessionals. Okay.
Yes.
All right. See, you see things a lot. You start figuring it all out.
Yep. Speaking of which, it was just fitting to see that Meri had called Robin over to have this conversation. But going back to Janelle and Christine, I really enjoy that Christine is a very supportive friend. Because at first, when Janelle told her the news of, yeah, I just want something different, she was like, what do you mean something different? And then Janelle was just like, I don't want to be married anymore. And Christine was like, oh my God.
She was awestruck.
She was like, so was it final? She's like, oh my God, it's final. Then Janelle was just like, no, it's not final. Christine was like, oh, okay, it's not final. It's just, your guys are separated then. She was just like, yeah. She's like, okay, I understand. She still knows that Janelle has feelings for Cody.
Another thing that I would like to add to that is, I know that they had a discrepancy.
Yes,
They had
did.
a little discrepancy, and Christine left with the attitude at this moment. They resolved it, of course, but Christine left with she's not ready. Mm-hmm. And Meri, is that her name? Janelle was feeling like, don't pressure me.
Right, I don't want to be influenced by your thoughts.
Now the thing is, I felt on both sides. I understand this feeling. Christine is feeling like, oh my God, you're coming close. I don't want to push you. Mm-hmm. But honey, I want you free.
Yes.
You have no idea you're going through all of this for nothing. And you just, that's where Christine is coming from. Mm-hmm. But she's trying to walk a fine line.
She is.
Now, Janelle, on the other hand, is feeling like, I know I want to do it. But it's got to be my decision. Yes. I got to do it my way. And Christine is forcing me, which Christine is trying not to force her. But Christine is constantly reminding her of the inevitable. This is going to happen. Prepare yourself. Because she's coming to Christine, telling Christine, I'm leaving. Other than that, Christine have no idea of knowing what's going on. Mm-mm, so Christine is trying to be chill all at the same time, hyperventilating because it's like, because she understands exactly. Yes. However, Janelle feels a little intimidation.
She does.
Even though that's not what Christine is doing. Mm-hmm. But it could come off like that because she's facing that person in the mirror saying, I have to do it. And what she is asking, what Janelle is asking to me is very much unreasonable. Why? Because you want to say, I want to be separated.
Oh, yes.
And they have been separated several times before in the past.
Yep.
And all at the same time, I don't want you with me. And I don't know what I want.
Yes.
That's a lot to ask.
Yes, you can't have
That's
it.
a lot. That's a lot
ways.
to ask. That's a lot to ask. However, she's taking the time she needs. Mm-hmm. And it's kind of hard because we already know she's not with them.
Yes.
But going through this moment and past, I feel the anticipation and feeling her go through it like, did she change her mind? Did she change her mind? Did she go back to him? I feel like this is so intense. I just feel like maybe she went back to him.
Yeah, who knows? I mean,
You understand what I'm saying?
Yes, not to jump ahead, but they did show in the next preview for the next episode coming up that on Janelle's birthday, 6 months later, she's hanging out with Cody.
So I know, and I'm hoping that a part of me is crazy, but a part of me now is like, don't leave Cody. This is how I told you.
Yeah,
I told you
true.
I had the Cody wine. I done drank it.
The Cody wine.
I done had the Cody wine. I've been on the Cody roaster. What is it?
The Cody coaster.
The Cody coaster. And I'm like, woo, woo. And because Janelle is so conflicted.
Very.
And I think as long as she can hold on to Christine,
yes,
and Cody allows it, just be chill with it, I think she would stay. I don't know. I'm on the Cody roaster.
Well,
I know the truth, but
yes,
I'm allowing my mind and energy to feel it as we're going through it.
Yes. Now, it does make me wonder, now that I'm looking back at this, this episode really truly shows the two different sides of how to be a sister wife. Because Janelle and Christine are that supportive sister wife.
The old way. From the beginning. They've been sister wives for 30 years.
Yes. And then Meri and Robin have a sister wife bond, but it's one-sided because Robin's like, oh, I don't want to be selfish. I want to tell her, go on, Meri, find your happiness.
Cody will never want you. He'll never want you, but I don't have the heart to tell her.
And I want you around.
I want you to hang around because I need you for my therapy.
Yes.
I have no one. Yes. I have no one. And it's so funny. You have no one because you wanted no one.
Yes.
And Christine, she did a mega mind blown when she put it out there. She didn't think that Robin has ever been a sister wife.
Yes.
When she said that was so true.
Yes.
And it was like even us commentators didn't even catch it.
Yes. And
it took Christine to say it, and we all began to go.
Yes.
And now she's a sister wife. She knows what it's like to be a sister wife. Even though she's on the outer skirts of it, she knows what it's like. But now she's got to look at the mess that it's made.
Yes, she does.
She has to look at it. And honestly, what I see, she's accepting the fact that she's in a monogamous, no, what is it? Not a monogamous marriage. What is it? A regular marriage.
Yeah, monogamy.
Well, yeah, but they call it, it's a name. Like when you get married to, you all know, tell me the name. Because she's in this plural marriage, but she really wasn't really in it because it was always her and Cody.
Yes.
Always, from the beginning. And I loved it when even Meri is seeing that Christine is not really for her.
Yes.
That it's lopsided. But I'm jumping ahead. But the thing about this, and you could take it from here. When Meri was talking to Christine about her leaving, thank you, baby. When Meri was talking to Robin about her leaving, did you see how she was hyperventilating?
Yes.
She was like,
Robin.
I'm
not sure how I'm going to tell you this. Yeah.
I was like, snap out of it.
She was like, yeah, I'm moving, Robin.
It wasn't funny. I was feeling like I had asthma. I was like, it was like exhausting.
It was.
So I really needed to deal with that one. That was great. And they kept playing it. And I was like, it was mentally exhausting. I felt like I had ran around the corner and back with all the heavy breathing.
Yeah, for
real. I thought it was hype, and I don't know. From what I gathered, she left and never looked back.
Yes, that's what is being told. But she didn't mention it because she told Robin.
But didn't she tell Robin that she was going to get a house there?
No, she was going to get a house where her heir...
Yeah. But she said she's going to have a house near there. So she didn't do none of that.
I don't think so, no.
She got up and ran.
Yes.
She got up and saw a break. Do you think she had that conversation with Cody? Because at her last...
Actually, it does look like, because it does... look for like from the previews that Meri eventually tells the entire family that she's now making this leaving. We're not sure how Cody. I'm not
Why
sure
would
if Cody said he was relieved.
Cody said that he wanted her to go.
Yes.
She's the third wheel at a party.
Yeah, she really is. She says it herself.
Yeah, so no, she wants her to go. And the only one that really wanted to stay is Meri. Robin. And Robin wanted to stay because she's her high priestess. That's who she go to tell her troubles to. So I hope it is true that Meri did leave and didn't look back.
Yes.
And that she didn't get a house and ran from Robin. And now that she's away, I hope that she can see that she was mentally used by Robin, and that I don't even understand how you can divorce your husband and whom you love to be with this woman, to see what she has done, and you still her friend and you was her partner in crime.
Yeah.
That's just too much to ask of any woman, of any man. I just think it was just too much to ask. But even at the very end, she's hoping against hope. And she's only hoping against hope because Robin refused to let her go. You could tell. Mm-hmm. She listens to Robin. Like, maybe Cody, he's coming around a little. It's getting better. He likes you now, all of this. But Meri needs to accept the truth. I hope that, looking back at the show, but I hope in the future, I hope that she has moved on and find love in another place.
Yes. So, something about Meri was that she was talking about how it's a 5-hour drive. And honestly, who wants to be doing a 5-hour drive?
I was like, wow, that's like, woo.
Yes. And what I found out really stood out when she was talking to Robin. Mm-hmm. She was telling Robin that she's going to come around, but Robin's got to call her and basically tell her that she needs Meri to come in town, basically. So that's
if she need her.
Yes.
But she told her it's got to be something worth it. It's got to be, don't call me for no BS. Call me for something that is worth it.
Yes.
Right.
So that was Meri's way of saying, call me if you only need me, because
if you need me and it's important.
Yes.
Don't call me for no, I'm sad and I need to talk.
Yes.
Don't call me, I feel like I'm having a nervous breakdown. I need a friend. Don't call me for that.
But you know what?
That's what I got out of it.
You're right. But the thing is,
but if something happened to Cody, call me. If Cody's sick, call me. That's what I got.
Yeah, but apparently the way Meri says it is that Robin doesn't call her.
Yeah, she said, right.
So I guess that was her way of saying that, putting in Robin's ballpark. Like, I know Robin's not really going to call me, so I'm just going to...
Just call me if if it's something important.
Yes.
911.
Yes, basically.
So.
And something also that I found interesting with Janelle and Christine during their conversation is that Christine was talking about how Robin separated herself as a sister wife by getting a nanny. Because it was the sister wives' jobs to
take care of the children. And help,
And by Robin not wanting her kids around the sister wives, how are the sister wives going to form a bond with your children, Robin?
Because it's all about the children. And without the children, there is no bond. You're just doing your own thing. Mm-hmm. That made sense. That was much explained.
Yes.
Anything else?
Yes. Furthermore, we have... Oh, yes. Janelle was talking about how she was talking with a therapist, specifically
the one that they had seen in the past.
Yes, her name was Nancy. Mm-hmm. Glad Janelle's getting some talking through this, and to get therapy with somebody that knows her situation and has known the history, so it can really give her some sound advice. Mm-hmm. Now, we already know that Meri's point to move the business was so that she can work her clothing business and B&B at the same time. So it just seemed more easier to manage both of her businesses in the same place, which totally makes sense. Yeah. And Robin, she took it like a G, but you could tell the look on her face. She was like, this isn't permanent, right? Like, you're not sneaking out or nothing. You're going to stay, right?
And she said, yeah, I'm going to get a place. I believe she said that. Let me know. I've seen it twice. And she said she's going to get a place. But from what I understand, she left and didn't come back. Mm-hmm. Go, go, Meri.
Go, Meri.
Go, Meri.
Go,
It's your
Meri.
birthday. Be free. Get
Yes.
with it. Let Cody go. Let Cody go.
Now, let me tell you something I hate that Robin said. Robin swears she does nothing bad. And she's talking about how all these sister wives or how the sister wives are blaming her for their problems. And she's like, they need to stop having me in their conversations and they need to work out their own problems.
The truth of the matter is when she looks back from on camera, they don't talk about her really at all. Actually, when they talk about her, they talk about her for what is. What is, like,
Yeah.
not what isn't. They talk about this and that, what happened from their perspective. And actually, Meri, Janelle, and Christine, all of them say the same story.
Yes.
Even Meri, from the time, length, they all have the same story. Their stories don't vary. Meri is over there with Robin and tell the same story.
Yes.
Christine and Janelle, they tell the same story about what it is with Cody. You hear the same story from 3 different mouths. The only story that is different, markedly different,
Yes.
A demarcation line different,
Yes.
is Robin.
Yes.
Totally different story.
And I like how Janelle called it. She said that Robin plays victim. And she really does. Because she, like you said, she has done all this damage to the family and is now looking back at the damage and is crying about it.
But this is what she wanted.
Yes, it was.
And I think this is what Cody wanted. And now she says she just wanted to be a sister wife.
What?
I get it, because she never was one. But at the end, you was. You was at the end of a breaking up of a sister wife. You did do that. They did it too, because they should have not accepted her. They should have said, we don't want another sister wife. We're not ready. But they, back in those days, they spoiled Cody.
Yes.
They gave Cody whatever Cody wanted. Whatever Cody wanted, they gave it to him. And so this is what they did. So they were their own demise. And I think sometimes when we do things like that, when we self-sabotage, whether they meant to or not, I think it was their cry for all of them to get out. I truly believe it. And I think in retrospect, when I look at it, I think I think Robin was what the callous they needed to do it. And I think that they had it with Cody. They had it with the struggle. Their children was being grown and then they saw how Robin was, and they saw when they did the vacation and all that, they separated themselves because they knew that Cody was gone. So this was just a matter of time. I truly believe in that sense. I think even though they're not cognitive of it, I truly believe that they set their own sabotage to end it. From Meri to Janelle to Christine. Christine was the first to say, I'm done.
Yes. Now, speaking of which, the last thing I wanted to touch on.
And let me say this in conclusion of that. They all watched in sheer horror as Cody lavished her with love and gifts and time.
Yes.
They watched in horror. And that's how they were able to go and separate themselves from him. They had already plotted in their mind that this wasn't going to work. It just took them a long time to figure it out.
Yes.
Meri, she went and did Catfish. You got to see the one when Meri got Catfish.
Okay.
And then Janelle, and then after that, years later, it took about 10 years or so for them to do what they did. It took about 10 years. But to me, this was all in their minds, even though they may not even be cognitive of it. And I watch now, and I think that right now, what's her name? Robin got exactly what she wanted. But like always, it's lonely at the top. You got what you wanted, but now you're lonely because you never was a sister wife. Now you understand it, but it's too much, too little, too late.
The last thing I wanted to highlight, kind of piggybacking off of you, was talking about how
Piggy away. Piggy away.
yes, how I find this very interesting. Robin got real bold. She said that she said that she's now a translator for Cody, when she was saying that Meri should have this conversation with Cody about moving.
No, Meri said it to Robin, and Robin thought that it was a good idea.
Yes, and she was like, I'll be there to translate.
No, she asked her. Meri asked her to be there.
Yes, and Robin's gladly did it because she was like, I understand Cody talk. I'll be the translator. So you know what that means. She's all up in his head.
It would make true, but that would make me feel yucky if I was married. Here I was married to him 30 years before you came.
Yeah, you're right.
And you're going to tell me you know Cody talk. Oh, that would just, ooh. And I think that's why Meri just playing a part.
Yeah, she really is.
She's just playing a part because when she's not around, she throw us bones like, she don't even call me, child.
Yes.
Or that's a bone. Or she be like, she's delusional. She just want to believe. She throws bones out there. Mm-hmm. So Meri is playing a part.
Yes. And
let me say this.
Okay.
Do you think that Meri, Janelle, and Christine could ever just come together one time and just have some kind of peace? Do you think that is possible?
I hope so, but
I would,
the
because
way
they
Meri
seem like
says
it seemed like now that they all left, they seem like they are talking the same language, but Meri is not a part of it. And it seemed like she needs to be there because that's the beauty of it. They all telling the same story. They all had the same tapestry.
Yes.
But they're separated, and I would like for those women to get together and just enjoy their freedom together. I don't know. I guess that's the best way I can say.
Yes, I do like that.
I guess I'm being a sentimentalist.
Yes, to celebrate the success of leaving Cody.
I mean, when they really done, when they 2 years out. Ready?
Yes.
Sorry about that. Here we go with the cameras, but I promise I'm going to get a better camera. Maybe, I don't know, maybe Christmas, maybe New Year's, maybe next summer, but it will be next year. I will invest in this expensive camera that I don't want to expend my money in. What are they, 5,000? What is the name of it?
I have the name
Canon,
right. Yes.
whatever.
No, it's a Sony.
Whatever.
Yes, like Mark III.
I'm choking to do it.
Sony A7S Mark III.
I'm waiting. That's what I think that I want. So I'm forced to spend the money, but we'll be monetized.
Yes, we will.
So that is coming up. And so what we want to say before I finish out, before we end, when we monetize, we're going to do a live call-in. So you can call in and definitely I could give you a 1-minute read, and I could do a lot in 1 minute.
Oh, yes.
So anyway, let's get back to where we were. So go ahead, baby. Take us back to Sisterwives. That was got distracted because of the...
Right. We was mostly talking about how Meri and Janelle, well, really, we was talking about how it would really, well, he was talking about how it would be nice for all the sister wives that left Cody to come back together. Wouldn't it? Yes. Mm-hmm.
Well, anyway, I guess that's all it was. I'm just going to leave that one alone. I guess that's all it is. I guess we just want to end it.
I'm just going to say I hate the fact that they're still smearing Christine's name till that moment of time by saying that Christine destroyed the marriage. She ruined polygamy. Cody says that she's a bad plural wife.
In retrospect, as I'm starting to understand it, she did ruin the marriage. She did. Why? Because she stood up and she walked away. She said, I don't want this life. I don't want this kingdom, whatever this is. I want my now, and I'm believing in God. Because she asked Meri today, and she asked Janelle, did she talk to God about it? So she believes in God, a supreme, universal God. She's got away from that way of thinking. And so, yes, she did ruin the dream. Yes, did Cody, but what it is what she did was she opened the path. It has to be a leader. It has to be an antagonist. It has to be someone to play the role. So yes, now Christine is the antagonist. She's the evil one. Why? Because she said, I'm standing up against the system. I don't like it. I'm against it. This is some BS. I'm not going to live the rest of my life like that when I'm yearning to be loved. Yes. I want to be kissed and held. I want to feel. I want to know what it's like. And she was the one, and come from this, stepped over the line, plotted and left. And it left them struck.
Oh, yeah.
Not over. Why? Because she was the least they expected. They didn't see her coming. If it was Janelle, they would have been okay. If it was Meri, but see, they were still holding on for Christine because they looked at Christine as the little engine that couldn't. She's the little house bunny. Yeah. She ain't gonna do nothing. She's got the low self-esteem. She comes from this great family, but she really doesn't know how great she is. She's got an aunt that's always talking against this polygamy. So Christine comes from good stock, but he looked at little Christine as the little Christine, oh, poor little broken down Christine. She has no strength. She's the weakest link. So now she rises up like the sphinx and become the high priestess and take her control. She left them spastic. So I can understand it because they were counting on if anybody go, we'll keep Christine. In other words, if there was somebody I could sleep with, remember, because they had the month and he chose, it would be Christine. But he made Christine feel like nothing.
Yes.
That's why Christine is gone. Christine gone, and he's not over it. Because you know why? Because their arrogance. And when they shot, he trusted her. They were wrong. They didn't expect Christine to do what Christine did. Mm-hmm. And she done messed their mind up. That's why they can't get over it. They in a loop right now. They like, Christine, Luke, yes. Christine, Luke, say something.
Yes.
No, say something to me. Ask me a question.
Yes, how's your day going?
Christine.
So who are you going to be hanging out with?
Christine did it.
Okay. So what's going to be?
Christine was the one.
All right. It's just Christine.
Why are you saying her name? He's gone. They gone.
Yes, they really are.
They gone. And only time. And they'll see the part that they played. They are right. Christine would have never left. But Christine said, okay, there's a limit to this madness. And that's where her genes came in and took up and raised her up from that gutter. Because that's where she was living. Not in the house, but in a mind. And they're rising up from it. And Christine is the one to go and hailing them on. And the truth of the matter is, Meri is afraid to go.
Yeah, she was
That's
crying.
why she was crying. She was crying because she's afraid. But she knows she got to go. She knows she has tampered with it. And remember, Meri took a step and she went out and got burnt.
Yeah, that is
true.
So
she is really afraid to go. But Meri, you don't have to hide. You don't have to sneak. You could date out loud. You are legally divorced. Meri, he doesn't want you. Even when you look back on this, take this as a comfort. Your girl, what's her name?
Robin.
Robin said she should tell you to go on. But out of her own selfishness. She can't. And I understand. But you should do the right thing. And the right thing is the plural march. I cannot tell you to leave. You have to die believing. So if she were to say to Meri, go, Meri. I know that's what we want. I'm starting to understand this. I know. I want to say, go, Meri, go, but I can't because that will go against the principle.
Yes.
I cannot speak against the principle. So in saying it, So in saying it, but she could have said that to Meri. Yeah. She could have said, I know according to the principles, I cannot say go, and for that, please stay. But if it wasn't for the principle, Meri, I would say go. I could cry on that. But she wouldn't even say it. And that's where her selfishness shined. Mm-hmm. And you could see this is why the whole marriage is broken up. Yep. Because of Robin's way of thinking combined with Cody's way of thinking, we had a volcano.
Oh, yes.
And that's all I have to say about that. Yes. I vent that. I feel better. I got that off my chest.
Yes.
Woo, because I'm starting to understand it. I'm not saying it's right in the way they thinking. But if you're thinking from a religious point of view, she did do it. But deep down, they know that they had a part to do with this, especially Cody. But you can't admit it. He can't. No. Why? Because it would take me away from my principles.
Yes.
You see? See, that's the thing. The principles is it. So even when they leave, they are supposed to leave with nothing. She left with money to get a house. So you got to understand. It's like, think about that. She outwitted them. Yeah, look, the one that they thought that they had to worry about was who? Janelle, and she the one that's leaving with nothing.
Yes.
See, you understand? See, they thought that. Look at Meri. Meri is still lingering around the pond, hoping. So what? The weakest link. This is Christine. We will probably have to put her in someplace because she's just gonna have a nervous breakdown. See, they all are in a bad way, but Christine rose up with wings of an eagle and said, bump this, I'm out. And that's her genes, her DNA came through. And now she's as a beacon for Janelle, but she can't say so much because she's on a teeter-totter.
Yes.
She can't say so much.
Gotta be supportive.
Gotta be supportive as a friend. All at the same time, oh my God, it's so free over here, but I can't push it. And that's how she can say she's not ready. Yep. How? Been there, done that. And today, Christine say I'm free. And all she want, she don't care what any of them do. She want them free.
Yes,
she want Meri free.
Yes, she does.
She always speak. They both speak about how bad he treated Meri. They both say, oh, like they watched in horror how they treated Meri and how Meri stayed.
Yes.
See, they don't talk bad about Meri like Meri
other than they don't want to be a Meri.
Right. So if Meri look back at it, they'll see they had a heart for Meri. But Meri was a meanie.
Yes.
Okay, so,
Yeah, after all, Meri said that she understood that Janelle really didn't like her like that. Not Janelle, Christine. But it was just because we heard you was the toughest of them all, boo.
And so now that I'm starting to get an understanding of the belief, and I think once you really grab hold that this belief is above everything. Yes. In other words, this belief is about suffering. In other words, the men are supposed to dominate. You are there to have babies until you can't have no more. You are supposed to live. We are the men. We are the prophets. I get it. It is a warped way of thinking. But if you was raised on that, and that's all look at Christians. Christians believe you go out and tell the world, you know what, if you're not a Christian, you're going to go to hell. And they believe that, So you got to look at how their religion is.
Yeah.
So it's hard to walk away. It's hard. And I think because they were married to the principles.
Yes, they really were.
Of the religion. And it must have been hard. And I think that's why it took so long for Christine to go. And I think that time when she was feeling like she was losing her mind, I think that's when she said, I have no other choice. I can't do it no more. Yep. And I think with her daughter, it was just a mounting of things.
Oh, yeah.
And I think loneliness. And I'm telling you, anyone out there has ever had a night of loneliness, it is darkness. And I think she just couldn't take it anymore. And Meri and Janelle says, I don't mind the loneliness. And apparently, Meri don't mind the loneliness either.
You mean Janelle?
Meri.
Oh.
Because she hasn't been with anybody.
Yeah, that is definitely
from what the thing shows. So the only one that says, I don't want this, that would be Christine. Well, that's my mind. I went on and on and on about it, but I got it off of me. I understood. So I might change my mind, but right now...
so that's what we feel as of what we see today.
Yeah, now I can change my mind. I'm a woman. I can change my mind, right? Okay. Well, anyway, that's what I think. So with that being said, thank you for joining us with this episode of Sisterwives. Sisterwives. I'm thinking like when I say Sisterwives, that name don't even fit anymore.
It doesn't.
It doesn't even. It's like
even Meri said it because when Meri when Meri was sitting on the couch with Robin talking, she said really the only plural wives left is you and Janelle. And if Janelle leaves, there's no more sister wives.
It isn't. It's no more. But I love the way, outside of the hyperventilating, I felt like the way that she put it to her was very sweet.
Yes, it was.
And thoughtful. Mm-hmm. And I think she didn't want to kill her hope, but I don't think you could kill Robin's hope. I think that's impossible. Robin has to put hope to bed. Nobody can do it because Robin going to believe what Robin want to believe.
Yeah, and according to Robin's getting angry because she's starting to see the reality. She's just like, oh God, I need my sister wives back. This ain't what I want. No, and sometimes that's the way it is. Be careful what you ask for because you just might get it. And now she got the very thing you wanted. You wanted Cody to yourself? In those younger days, it feels so sweet. But Cody was married to 3 women. Now he wants to be with you. Now when he have you, I don't know how this going to pan out. Yep, because this isn't what she wants and she's getting angry. But I can tell you one thing. I don't think anybody could hurt Cody the way Christine had. Now that is very true. So, Robin, you better walk the line because Cody is... Cody is a Cody coaster. Yep. So you know that. So with that being said, let us end this conversation. We thank you for joining us again. Hope you have a wonderful, wonderful week until we meet again on Sisterwives. And I'm really enjoying it. I'm learning a lot. Yes. And it's really exciting and I'm enjoying it. It helps you to understand life and people and the way thinking differently and it's very entertaining, very mature for mature audiences, I would say. Love it. With that being said, have a very good week. Sunflowers!